as I've said in the last couple of days of all of these videos that I've been making, I'm trying to clear out. I'm trying to clear out my political folder. You know, uh, I'm just. I mean, I watch all these videos and everything, and I have a lot to say, of course. And I'll just put the videos in my political folder, and I'm like, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. And I've just been procrastinating. That's procrastinating. Also hadn't been feeling well, things like that and stuff. With surgical procedures, just a lot of crap going on. So I'm trying to get as much out of the way now because I do have other procedures and surgeries coming up, and I'm not exactly going to want to be sitting up and doing videos and everything. So I'm trying to empty my political folder because I know it's going to fill up again. So let's get to the latest video. My boy Steven Crowder, would love to meet that dude. This is from a month ago. Is Trump a liar or a straight talker? Now, one of the things about Donald J. Trump is that going back as far as I can remember, that man has always been straight up. That's one of the reasons why Oprah and a lot of other people wanted him to run for president years ago, was because he was a straight talker. Funny how they don't like that very thing now. Interesting.
The media, they're always telling us that Trump is a liar. But then you sort of contrast that with the fact that many Americans, I don't know if it's most Americans, but certainly a significant portion, they see him as a straight shooter. That's one of the major selling points. They see him as more authentic than most politicians. What do you think it is? I want to make my case here, so stay with me for a little bit. Let me set this up so you understand where I'm going, because this is going to upset likely everybody, and I'm okay with it, as long as you take this in its entirety, the context. I think he's a little from column A, a little from column B, okay? I think he's a little from column A, that he's most definitely a bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a little from column B, in that I think he's much more authentic than the sort of trained, empty suit politician. Yeah. And I think that column B matters more. And the way that you can tell, at least this is my opinion, that he's more genuine is for the same reasons that a lot of people might hate him. You can identify the authenticity in Trump through the things that he disdains. Yeah. He can't hide the things that he hates.
He has no filter, it seems.
No, I think that's an important litmus test here.
And that's great. Having no filter. What do you need a filter for? When I first moved here to El Paso, my now ex-wife, her being from here, me being from Norfolk, Virginia, she met me out there when she was stationed in the Navy. And dude, East Coast, we're straight talkers. We don't give a fuck. We'll just tell you what we feel. We don't give a shit. So come and move out here, and the first thing she tries to do is warn me that people here in El Paso aren't that way. It'll hurt their feelings, and you can't be so blunt and things out here in El Paso. And I'm like, what? I'm not changing who the fuck I am. They're just going to have to deal with it. This is the way I am. I'm a straight shooter. I don't have time to be babying you. I mean, it's like, so I'm like, are we talking about kids or are we talking fellow adults? And she was like, no, not even the adults. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. You expect me to take time out of my day, extra time, that is. You expect me to take extra time out of my day to reword. Now, mind you, I am a published writer. You expect me to take time out of my day to expand up to a paragraph of shit just to say something. I could say it like this because it may hurt their feelings. Another adult, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I'm just gonna be a straight talker, say what the fuck I gotta say, and move on. You don't like it, then peace out. Bye. I don't have time for that shit. I got shit to do. Chop, chop, let's go.
People hate him because he's just tweeting all the time. Look at all the things that he says. Well, that's why I don't think he would be able to hide and play the game.
Take care of something.
Now, let's also go to something else. Like let's throw into the mix assholery. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give you this. Donald Trump, President Donald
It's a
Trump,
round.
can definitely come across. Scratch that. He is an asshole.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Very unlikable at times.
But I think everyone kind of agrees that, like, well, okay, at least he's our ass. That's what people think. Like, at least he's because let's be honest here. What's the alternative at this point?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, Beto O'Rourke. I mean, think about the lesbian
kinda
with the
assholes.
dreadlocks that's getting Shane Gillis fired from SNL.
Yes.
And I want to be clear. I'm not saying that it's a good thing for people to be an a-hole.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people who aren't a.
It is a good thing to be an asshole. It is. And the thing is, he is not an asshole just for the sake of being an asshole. The man was one of the most likable people on the fucking planet. Oprah. Everybody loved Donald Trump. Everyone. All of a sudden, he decides to run for president, and now they fucking hate him? Bullshit. Everybody loved Donald Trump. Give me a fucking break with these lies that these people are telling. They love the fact that he was straight up. They love the fact that he was an asshole. He decided to run as a Republican for president, and now everybody hates him because he doesn't want to play their game. That's why. Because he cares about America. You know, and I've had people say, well, it's because of his, he's just trying to line his own pocketbook. And I'm going, you know what? Has he not done what he said he was going to do? Has he not helped America? Colleges, jobs, industry. Has he not helped America? Well, yeah, but no, there's no but. There's no fucking but. He has done what the fuck he said he was going to do. He has done his job. He has helped America. That's the end of that shit. Did Obama fucking do anything? No, the unemployment stayed high. Remember when Obama said, where's he going to get these magical jobs? How is he going to bring back companies to the United States? All the shit that Obama said, fucking Donald Trump was like, yeah, bitch, I did it. You couldn't, fucker. So I always ask people, then what did Obama do? 2 terms. What the fuck did he do? Not a damn thing. He didn't do shit. But he was so likable. I don't give a fuck if you're likable. Just do your damn job. I don't need to like you to do your fucking job. I don't need to know the person that's making my damn burger. I don't need to know them. I don't need to like them. Just make my fucking burger, make it right, and get it to me. I paid for it. I'm the consumer. I don't need to like you. I'm not coming in there going, hey, what's your name? Oh, Bob. All right, Bob, what's your education? I don't need to know any of that shit. Just do your fucking job. Donald Trump is doing his job. I don't need to like him. Thing is, I love the man. As I've said in multiple videos, you don't like him, you definitely wouldn't have liked my mom. You sure as hell wouldn't have liked my mom. You sure as hell won't like me then, because I am just as bad as he is. I don't have his money. Oh my God, can you imagine if I had his money? If I'm as bad as I am, and I don't even have multi-billions and shit, woo, can you imagine if I did? I would really be an asshole. But I would definitely run for president then. I'm like, you didn't like him? You certainly aren't going to like me. And I guarantee, and I've had racist white people tell me if I ever ran for president, they would vote for me. Because it had nothing to do with my skin color and had everything to do with the fact of how much I love America. See? So it's funny. It's fucking funny. When people sit there and say that they don't like you and shit, or you can't get something done or whatever, I have had the most racist white people tell me they would vote for me if I ran for president. Not because they like me or anything, but because of how much I love America and how much I'm a straight talker. That's why I voted for Donald Trump, is because he doesn't bullshit. He just fucking does what he needs to do. That's what I voted for. And somebody that loves our country.
Okay, that's the majority of America. Unfortunately, they don't run for president most of the time. But with the left, when you have the Pete Buttigiegs, the Elizabeth Warrens, even the Bernie Sanders it's assholery disguised as empathy.
Yes.
Right, and that's why I think people see him as authentic. Donald Trump, people might get mad at him because he could say something to the equivalent of, this isn't a direct quote, but I think this American dream is alive. You should stop being lazy. If you want to text the rich more, go screw yourself. Okay, they already paid plenty. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
but then you have someone like Pete Buttigieg who says that you should get with the times. I don't have the exact quote in front of me. I'm free flowing this a little bit. You should get with the times. If you're uncomfortable with the language that's being taken away from you, if you're uncomfortable with the government intruding into your life, basically, I'm going to bully you into my point of view. And it's just assholery disguised as empathy.
Yeah, and I think that pisses a lot of people off because we don't think politicians have any genuine bones in their body. We know what they believe and what they're saying, and then they go out into the media and they say something that sounds much more pliable, right?
Yes.
Like it's much more easy to take, and you're like, that's not what you believe.
I think that's why so many people gravitate towards Trump, is because he's kind of genuine. It's like, oh, he's a real ass. Right, I can see it, and he's not trying to hide it.
Right, and people all we're all supposed to be offended, but everyone goes like, "Oh, I talk about someone I'm pretty pissed off about, like my neighbor who doesn't keep his stuff on the other side of the fence." I probably feel this similarly to how Trump feels about the New York Times.
Yes,
and so you can see yourself in that person, just like all great storytelling. It's about seeing yourself, seeing the facet of your character in somebody else. And I think this is important also to delineate what you just said too. Is politicians are trying to think about what they believe. I don't think Trump necessarily knows what he believes on every issue. You've seen him change on some issues, but I think he knows what he hates.
Yeah.
And he's very, very clear about that. And I don't mean he hates people. I mean ideas. I mean establishments. I mean institutions. And I think this is sort of what seems as kind of the Trump enigma, because this is something that we talk about a lot. People go, he's a compulsive liar, he's a bullshitter. And people say, I like that Trump says it like it is. And I think it's important to explore that, because it's as though we're talking about the same person with two different conversations. I don't think that's the case. I don't think we're too far off here. I think people hate him for the same reason that people like him, and that he is a bullshit artist, okay? So it's weird, though, to people to say, well, he's also authentic. Two different things. Let me explain to you. We're talking about what someone says, for example, he's a BS artist and that he's self-serving to Donald Trump. He can bend the truth, right, to maybe suit his own self-interest. That's different. I think it's important. That's different from the essence of a human being, who they are. And that's why Donald Trump is kind of a bullshit, but they see him as authentic, because they don't see him trying to disguise the things that he believes as empathy. So let's use Beto O'Rourke as an example, okay? People think he's compassionate, Beto O'Rourke. People think that he's compassionate and that he cares. Now, when Beto O'Rourke is talking about a mandatory gun buyback, it's a confiscation. That's what he's talking about, okay? Let's be really clear about this. Beto O'Rourke disdains freedom. Now, I'm not attributing motive. When you're talking about someone who wants to forcibly remove guns from the American public, that is someone who disdains personal freedom, who disdains the Second Amendment, but he cloaks it as empathy and compassion. Donald Trump disdains the media, and he cloaks it as disdain for the media.
In every tweet thread that he's ever done, pretty much.
There's a big difference. So actually, I know we have this in a reverse order, but I would like to show for people who haven't seen this, the Beto O'Rourke clip. Keep in mind before this, right? And how many times have you heard the argument from the left? The left doesn't want to take your guns away. People are clinging to their Bibles and religions. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about reasonable gun reform. Beto O'Rourke echoed those same sentiments. Now hear him to thunderous applause say the opposite of that.
Which I'm really glad that motherfucker isn't running for president anymore. He's a piece of shit.
Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore. And I want to say this. I'm listening to the people of this country. The day after I proposed doing that, I went to a gun show in Conway, Arkansas, to meet with those who are selling AR-15s and AK-47s.
Those who are buying AR-15s,
semi-automatic weapons,
AK-47s originally.
Folks who said I would willingly give that up, cut it to pieces. I don't need this weapon to hunt, to defend myself. It is a weapon of war. So let's do the right thing, but let's bring everyone in America into the conversation. Republicans.
I was in the military, you piece of shit. It is not a weapon of war. That is not the fucking weapon that I used when I was in the Army. What the fuck are you talking about? All of my fellow veterans, all of my fellow military are like, what the fuck are you talking about? It is not a weapon of war. Because it's not the weapon we used in the fucking military. We don't use that weapon in the field. But obviously, he's a piece of shit, spoiled silver spoon fucking politician. And just like all of them damn Democrats have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. There's a whole bunch of videos of Democrats talking about weapons and them not knowing what the hell they're fucking talking. You can look up anything on Google. You can look up anything on fucking YouTube. Yet when they go before a damn camera, they are ignorant. It's like, did you not look this shit up? Do you people not have press people that hey, before the camera comes on, let's go over what you're about to say? You know, do they not have people to say, don't say that dumb shit because you're fucking wrong? Just stupid.
Democrats. Yeah, that's a great way to bring them in. Let's bring everyone into the conversation. The gun owners, we're going to take your guns. Let's bring everyone in here.
But come on
Can't we find some common ground? Well, I don't know. Can I conceal carry? Hey, get him. By the way, I love the Second Amendment. Let's put Donald Trump in that position. Donald Trump obviously supports the Second Amendment. He didn't always. And I think he has a bit of a shaky record on guns. But can you imagine if Donald Trump believed what Beto O'Rourke believes about firearms, that he disdains, but he disdains the Second Amendment, he wants to have a mandatory buyback. Beto O'Rourke for a long time was saying, we don't want to take your guns. We respect the Second Amendment. We want reasonable gun control. But really, he believed in a mandatory buyback and a gun confiscation. Donald Trump, if he were in that position, if he believed, he would say, listen, you people are crazy. You shouldn't have guns, okay? Listen, we're going to take them from you, okay? And frankly, you shouldn't have them. The only reason you do, okay, is because of the NRA, which is pathetic, and their numbers are dwindling, and we're going to destroy the NRA, okay? The pathetic beauty. That's what he would say. He wouldn't be able, I don't think he would be capable of lying and pulling that same bait and switch if he truly disdained firearms. To the degree that Beto O'Rourke does. By the way, hit the notification bell for people who are out there. Bookmark the page. We have a new video every single day.
Yes, and I keep forgetting that to do that at the beginning or in my videos also. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, share, so I can expand on, my views, somebody my age, can't even say my race, because what the fuck does that? I wasn't raised that way. My race doesn't define me. And any dumbass, I don't give a fuck if you're white, Mexican, Chinese, I don't care, black, whatever. Anybody that says that their race defines them needs their ass whipped. Your race doesn't define you. Because if the race defined me, I would be just like any of these other blacks out here that votes Democrat and just whines and cries about the government, the police brutality, and everybody. There's a ceiling. If I were just like any other fucking black person out there, I'd be just like every other dumbass black person out there that votes blindly Democrat and everything else. Your race does not define you. So no, let's just get past that.
On YouTube, and 8 p.m. is the live stream. Now, I want to compare that, for example. Beto O'Rourke can't stand firearms. He can't say that you own a firearm that he describes as a weapon of war. I'd be shocked if you knew the difference between a fully automatic and a semi-automatic. Compare that. Compare that to the way President Donald Trump talks about his Second Amendment, which is the New York Times.
The paper's going out of business. It's only a question of when. But it's the failing New York Times. And it probably won't even be around in a few years based on its financial outlook.
Right. Okay. So
that's not wrong.
Is the New York Times going under? Probably not. That's a little bit of BSing. That's exaggerating, right? But what he actually believes is reflected there, that the media is corrupt, that they hate him, that they're out to get him, that it's a witch hunt. There's no doubt about that.
No. And they are not doing well financially either, right?
They're not doing that well financially,
industry.
But he does exaggerate.
He does.
That being said, think about this. I think people need to sort of reflect on themselves for a little bit. It's a lot harder to hide something that you're upset about. Something that sort of sticks in your craw, thorn in your side.
Oh yeah, when I'm I love when my friends, they see my Facebook posts and such, and they're like, man, why are you so angry? And I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Do you not know the difference? And you see, here's the thing. When we talk, where I'm from, the East Coast, we talk with our hands. And I've had people tell me, Mark, you talk so loud. And I'm like, I'm one of the lowest talking people from my family, from my friends. Fuckers, you need to go to the East Coast. You need to go to the East Coast. We talk with our hands. Mark, calm down. They're like grabbing my hands. Mark, calm down. I'm like, fucker, this is the way we talk back home. This is how we are back home. This is an East Coast thing. we talk this way. We talk loud. It's not a point of talking. And as I said, I'm one of the most soft-spoken of my friends and associates and family from back east. I'm like one of the most soft-spoken of them. Y'all think that I talk, Mark, you're so agitated and you're so animated. And it's like, dude, this is who we are, where I'm from. Go to a St. Patrick's Day parade where I'm from. Oh my God. Yeah, dude, seriously. But this is El Paso, so it's just whatever. When I first moved here, I didn't even consider El Paso to even really be a part of the United States because they didn't act like it. They act like it was some, I don't know, like it was not part, and definitely not a part of Texas. When I first moved here and the years that I've been here, leading up to maybe about 10 years ago, maybe, El Pasoans would talk about the lack of respect that they get from the rest of Texas. And it's like, and I'm sitting there telling them, like, because you fuckers don't act like you're from Texas. You assholes act like you're some separate part, like you belong to New Mexico or fucking Mexico. You don't even act like you're from Texas. So why the fuck should Texans respect you like you're part of Texas if you don't even fucking act like you're from Texas? So, but I love, as I said, when I moved here, people just weren't used to me. And I'm like, well, you fuckers are going to have to get used to it. This was years ago, and I knew Fort Bliss was going to expand. I knew that more shit was going to be coming here. I knew it, especially when the Clintons and all that bullshit with NAFTA and all that crap and everything. I knew that more stuff was going to kind of be coming through El Paso. I knew it. So I was like, y'all are going to have to get used to more people like me. Because we ain't adapting to you. And I've had people tell me, well, you're going to have to adapt to us. And I'm like, fuckers, it ain't about race, it ain't about color. There's only one color. Okay, there's about one color that people react to, and it's green. That's it. They don't give a shit about brown, black, white, green. That's the color people pay attention to. So more green's going to be coming through El Paso. Watch what the fuck happens. And guess what? I was right. Shit changed here and shit's been growing here and they're having to adapt. You outsiders are taken away. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been here for over 20 years. I'm no longer a fucking outsider. Well, you talk like one. No, y'all act like you're the outsiders. I'm part of the United States. I talk, act, do everything I am United States. Y'all are the ones acting, talking, and responding like you're from fucking Mexico. So you're the outsiders. Well, because it's mostly Mexicans. No, dude. Are you American or are you a citizen of fucking Mexico? Well, I'm an American. Well, then you're not Mexican. I don't know why I need to explain this to you. If you're Mexican, then go back to Mexico. Be over there. If you're over here and you're a legal citizen of the United States, then you're an American. Be an American. Oh my God. Just fucking stupid. But as I said, when I first moved here, people, Mark, you talk so animated and you're so loud. And I'm like, I'm the most soft-spoken of my friends. I'm the least animated. Again, if y'all had met my mother, y'all think I'm loud or animated or whatever. Man, any of my friends from the East Coast that I grew up with, and y'all end up following my channel and responding, let these people know Mark ain't shit compared to the way we are. It's like, if y'all think he's the way he is, y'all, oh my God, y'all would get run over so quick where I'm from, easily. I told somebody that the other day. You wouldn't get along where I'm from. You would not. You would already have been destroyed if you had moved to where I'm from. You would have been destroyed because we would have just fucking chewed you up and spit you out. It's the East Coast. It's just the way it is, But as I said, I love Donald Trump because he's just straight up. He don't give a fuck. He just tells you how it is, and that's all there is to it.
you will, if I may. It's a lot harder to disguise that than it is to say, oh, yeah, I think that dress looks great. Cindy, it's easier to do that.
I don't do that shit. When my wife would ask me if she looked fat in something, you're damn right I'm going to tell her that, because I'm going out with you. I'm married to you. We're about to leave the house. And if you don't look presentable, or if I don't look presentable, I would hope you would fucking tell me. Because me and my friends, where I'm from, we do that shit. Yeah, motherfucker, you look like shit. You know, that's the way we are. We ain't candy coating shit.
To do that.
Yeah.
But if it's someone that you really can't stand, if it's someone for example, think of someone that you really don't want at Thanksgiving dinner, someone who's abusive, someone who's rude.
That's a lot of people.
How easy is it for you to lie to that person's face? Some people can. Not everybody can.
I'm not going to bother. I didn't like the wife's family. I didn't fucking like them. I rarely, in the whole time we were married for over 20 years, I rarely ever went to any fucking family functions and shit because I didn't like the pieces of shit. Didn't fucking like them at all because they were fake. All fucking fake. One of the reasons why I was married to her is because she was cool. She was genuine. She literally, I can't say ran away from home because she was 18, but as soon as she turned 18, she joined the Navy to get the fuck out of El Paso, to get away from her family, you know, because she knew they were fake. But then in the whole time that we've been back, I guess she slowly started dipping into it or something. So she ended up becoming just like her fucking family. So I'm glad I divorced that bitch.
Yeah. And President Donald Trump certainly isn't capable of that. As we've seen,
completely unable.
I mean, the guy isn't capable of filtering himself.
And why should we? Why should anyone filter, unless you're talking to a child? Unless you're talking to a child, I'll give you that. But if you're talking to an adult, why the fuck are you going to candy coat things? Why are you going to change how you speak? Why? To protect their feelings? What is with this? What is with adults? I thought we were adults. I thought we were supposed to be able to handle things. That's the whole point of being an adult. But now, this day and age, we're all worried about hurting people's feelings and shit. What the fuck? You do realize, and I had this conversation when I was in the military. Well, when you had these dumbasses that joined the military without knowing they joined the military, it's like, you know, we were at the very, very beginning of the whole like stress card bullshit. My drill sergeants didn't even give them to us. They were like, fuck that. They threw them away. And I was clapping. I was like, good. If you join the military, then you need a stress card, get the fuck out of the military. You do realize it's the military. If you get shot, hello, it's the military. You get shot at something, you're going to wave a fucking stress card at the enemy? If you cannot handle fucking stress, don't join the military. Don't join the police department. Don't join the fire department. Do not join don't become a doctor. Don't join or get a career in any kind of stressful environment if you cannot handle stress. I can't believe I'm actually having to say these words. If you can't handle stress, don't get into a stressful job like the military.
On Twitter, which, by the way, has multiple checks and balances.
Right. Yeah.
There's a spell check, doesn't care. There's are you sure you want to send this tweet? I don't think he ever actually reaches the point that says, do you want to save this tweet or discard for later? I don't think he ever gets it. He's like, said.
I'll clarify.
Tucker's going to see this. Brad Kilby at Fox Morning. Listen, oh, okay, now you're going to talk bad about me? I hate Fox and Brad.
It's so funny.
I think he can be petty. I think that he can be very sensitive. But I think there is some authenticity to that. And this is why people have.
Responding to stuff does not mean you're fucking sensitive. I had somebody say that to me once. Mark, you take things personally because I'm responding to it. You do realize, and I had already warned this person, you do realize that when you don't respond to something, all it does is it makes the other person, you know what they say, the whole saying, you know, give them an inch, they take a yard. You know how kids, you tell them don't touch that, and then they go touch it anyway. You don't even give them any consequences, so now they just keep fucking doing it. My kids are grown, but I'm a parent. I went through that. Kids do that. Well, people, it's not just kids, people do that. If there are no consequences for your actions, they're going to keep pushing the boundaries. Well, this person ended up doing, you know, pissing me off and did, you know, they ended up talking shit about me, which I don't appreciate, period. And this person should have known better because they do know better. And so I found out about it, and the person was like, well, you know, the other person, you know, was like, well, Mark, let it go, let it go. And I was like, no, because you do realize if I don't respond to it, they're going to go even further. Sure enough. And she was like, oh, no, they won't, you know, just be the bigger person. Why is it, and I've pointed this out in other videos, why is it that the person who's wronged is the one that's always told to be the bigger person? They never go to the person that wronged them and tells them, hey, be the big person, apologize, whatever. No, they always go to the person who was wronged, the person who was the victim, and tells them to be the bigger person. And so I was like, no, I'm going to confront this bitch because she should keep her mouth shut. And my other friend was like, no, just let it go. Just let it go. It'll die off. It'll die off. Nope. In the couple of weeks that followed, I found out from more people that this bitch was out there talking shit. And it was like, that was it. I was like, that's it. So I confronted her in text so far because it was during a charity event and I was about to confront her face to face. But I just confronted her in text after the fact. It was like, you know what? Do not be talking about me. You obviously know who I am. We were friends. You know what kind of a person I am. You know, I don't appreciate that shit. I'm going to fucking confront you. You know, I'm not one of those people that spreads lies or any of that bullshit. I could really give a damn less about stuff. If it doesn't affect my life at all, I could really care less. But this was stuff that was affecting me because the people were responding to what she was saying. So it did, because these people were coming up to me based on the lies and the bullshit she was saying. So obviously it was affecting me. So, because it was affecting friends and acquaintances. So now I had to explain things and whatever. See, so now I was like, no, you need to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear my name or anything come out of your damn lips ever again. Just leave me the fuck alone. I don't talk about you. I don't associate with you. So why are you running around? Which I know why, and it's a whole other story, and I'm not going to get into it. But basically, the person was just upset that I didn't want to date them or some bullshit, something stupid, and just took it to a whole other degree. Just dumb. So I'd rather have somebody be straight up. I'd rather have somebody come at me. If somebody, as I said in another video, if somebody doesn't like me, I'd rather them just be honest about it, be straight about it, come straight to me and be, I don't like you. Now I'm going to ask you, because I'm going to ask you why. What did I do to you? Well, I just don't like you. Okay, it's a stupid reason. You know, you don't know me. You don't know anything about me. You just randomly don't like me, but I don't like you either, so fuck off. Woo, okay, so you don't like me. And what's your point? Don't talk shit about me, and we'll be cool. We can not like each other, not associate with each other and everything else. I won't talk about you. You don't talk about me. We're good. But every time I've ever confronted people like that, what do? They end up running their mouth because they didn't get the reaction that they thought they would get by saying, well, I don't like you. Or people, as I said in other videos where people have called me, you know, a nigger, and they expect a reaction. And then when I'm like, is that word supposed to mean something to me? They end up getting mad because I didn't get mad. So, yeah, I'm sorry. That just doesn't even make any sense. Is Trump a liar or a straight talker? That's one thing I got to point out, Stephen, that doesn't make any sense. He is a straight, you're literally kind of screwing up your entire video here. He is a straight talker. He says what he says. That's it. Now, if you had said, is he a liar or is he speaking the truth? That's a little different. But to say, is he a liar or a straight talker? That just, that entire title doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, obviously he is a straight talker. He tells you how he fucking feels. He tweets how he feels. And that's all there is to it. And that's one of the reasons why I love the man. What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to give interviews every single time. You expect him to hold an entire, is that what people think? Actually, this is what they think. That he's supposed to hold an entire press conference, literally leaving his office and calling a press conference and everything just to say something when he could just cut out the middleman and just tweet it out right then and there. That's why I love the man, is because he's doing his job and he's just like, I'm just going to respond right here. And he just does what he just does it and just moves on. He doesn't need, but you notice that when Obama and there were press conferences all the fucking time. Why? Isn't that the whole point of Facebook and Twitter and all that shit? It's supposed to bring people together, as Mark Zuckerberg said. It's supposed to bring people together. Well, why should he give a press conference when he could just say what he's got to say? Takes what? Like 30 seconds, less than a minute to tweet something real quick, hit send, boom, done. Why do I need to hold a fucking press conference wasting everybody's time to do that shit?
Again, when you look at how he's fought back against the media, listen, they were just as cruel with Ted Cruz or Carly Fiorina or at one point Marco Rubio, or despite what they try and say now, George W. Bush, which I think we just saw with the whole Ellen debacle.
Right, yeah.
People were saying, well, at least George W. Bush was a decent man. Donald Trump is the worst. There's no comparison. Yeah. Then Ellen was caught, my God, laughing with George W. Bush at a football game and said, hey, I think we should actually sit down with people we disagree with. And they said, how dare you sit down with a war criminal? This person should be in jail. George W. Bush is evil. They did the same thing with that.
Pointing that out, didn't they say how much they loved Bush? Now all of it, this is something about the left. One of the things that I cannot stand about the left, they flip-flop like crazy. If I don't like somebody, I don't like somebody, I don't like somebody. If I end up liking the person or changing my mind, I'm going to give you the reason why. The left flip-flop depending on which way the wind blows. The Democratic political party needs to be just ended, because I think it's a requirement to be a flip-flopper. I think when you become a politician on the left, it must be a flip-flopper.
Everybody. Now, you don't think for a second that George W. Bush or Ted Cruz, take your pick, you don't think that they were livid? They were pissed beyond belief and wanted to say, hey, New York Times, you're full of crap. You're a liar. You're dishonest. You have a bias. And I don't think people need to necessarily listen to you. I don't think people should take you seriously. You don't think that Ted Cruz felt that way about CNN? You don't think that George W. Bush did?
I went to the Ted Cruz rally here in El Paso, and he did call out the left. So shut up, Stephen, on that one.
You don't think that Carly Fiorina did when she was smoking Katie Couric and they were trying to say that she was this failed CEO at HP, but she understands economics that they don't? Of course they do. But for some reason, they feel the need to sort of cloak it through politeness, right? They need to cloak it in this veil of politeness. Like, well, I understand.
Ted Cruz was not very polite. He was not very polite. He literally was calling the bullshit out. Fucking love that shit about Ted Cruz. He was calling that bullshit out during. Oh my God, that was awesome. That was during that rally. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. Meeting him, shaking his hand, taking pictures with him, getting his autograph. It was a beautiful moment because he wasn't a bullshitter. He straight up called out the left. So yeah, Stephen, he does.
You're asking that question, but I disagree. Donald Trump is no,
wrong.
You're wrong. Fake news. You suck. And I think that's refreshing to people, because a lot of people have been streaming at their TV set going, why doesn't someone just call them out on this?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been saying that for the longest time. See, I grew up still watching, what is it? Speak Softly and Carry a Big Stick. I grew up still in that time frame. I grew up with, a mother who basically said, speak your mind, say what you got to say, and just move on. These Democrats have really fucked shit up with this candy coating things and just babying words and worried about people's feelings. And no, I want somebody to tell me what's what, and then we can move on. I don't need somebody to be in the military, I certainly don't want fucking politicians connected with the military. Just tell me we need to blow something up. Boom, we're done. Don't come in and go, all right, well, okay, well, let's establish this. All right, let's establish like they did with Vietnam and shit. No, let's just blow shit up and we can go home by Christmas. Done.
Here's something else. It's not only that he's authentic about the things that he disdains. I don't think, again, Donald Trump knows exactly what he believes, but he does know what he hates. And this is another, I think, picture perfect example, or a counter argument, rather, to people who accuse him of being a racist.
Yeah.
Listen, Donald Trump wants to build the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. He wants Mexico to pay for the wall. He wanted to put like spikes on the wall, which is hysterical.
Yes.
And
What's what really funny about that? I live in El Paso, and when I first moved here, there were bars on the wall, on the windows, bars on the doors. I was like, is this like a really violent city? Because I'm seeing bars on all of the houses, the doors, the windows. Not just, I come from a place where there were either just chain link fences or wooden fences. Here, there's walls and spiked, gates and spiked walls and shit here in El Paso, which is right here on the fucking border. And they want to criticize Donald Trump for wanting to spike the wall. They want to criticize him. And I'm like, and people here in El Paso criticizing him. I'm like, motherfucker, you live in a house that has a spiked wall around it. It's like, I'm sitting here going, see, as I said, Democrats are the biggest fucking hypocrites, flip-floppers there are. Because it's like, dude, you live in a house that has bars and on the wall, you have, damn, I can't even talk right now. You have bars on your windows, bars on your doors, that you live in it's like, is this a violent neighborhood? No, it's a great neighborhood. Then why do you have bars on your wall, on your windows and doors? Why is it like fucking wrought iron shit? Why? And you have a walled, not fenced, walled yard with spikes. Why do you? Oh, it's just for aesthetics. What? I mean, that was when I said, because I was asking a lot of people to get multiple opinions, and everybody's like, oh, it's just for the look. It's just for aesthetics. What? No, you don't put bars on your fucking doors and windows just for aesthetics. You do it for safety reasons. Which, of course, that's exactly. I've got bars on my windows and door. I mean, I installed the wrought iron doors myself. The bars were already here on the windows. I live in a great neighborhood. We're all armed. It's a beautiful, quiet neighborhood and everything else. But I used to be one of those stupid teenagers who did break in and entering and shit. So, hey, I don't mind that. I don't mind the bars and stuff because, hey, I was one of those dumb teenagers way back in the day and everything. So I don't mind. To me, I'll say it's for safety reasons and stuff. I've got a brand new box of security cameras that I still need to put up, but it's all right there. It's all brand new, boxed up. It's been there for like 3 years, still in the box, unopened. Well, I've opened it. I just haven't unboxed it. But I've got to install them and everything. Just because.
Donald Trump, did you see when he just tweeted out the Democratic debates? He just tweeted out, boring. That's so funny. He is the funniest president ever.
He is, absolutely.
Now, he didn't sit down at his Twitter and talk with some consultants and clear it with three levels of people going like, okay, I believe that this is an intellect. It lacks intellectual diversity at this DNC, which would all be accurate. He's just like, you suck. Boo, boo. go, boo. And that's why he's not a racist, because he wants the wall. Right? He goes, we're going to build a wall. It's going to be, and you know what? Mexico's going to pay for it. He hates MS-13. He goes, they're animals, these people.
They are animals. I've got friends back in Virginia that have dealt with MS-13. They are a bunch of fucking animals. And?
Right? He can't stand Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. He thinks AOC is crazy. He's open about all.
No, AOC is not crazy. She's just retarded.
All those things, but let's just take the wall as an example. Build a wall. Let's enhance our cybersecurity. Let's keep people out of this country. Let's boot people who are here illegally. Why, oh why,
nothing wrong with that.
He oh so care for black people? Yeah. Look at his actions. He is. Show me any proof that Donald Trump has personal.
See, Obama should be the racist because he didn't do shit for the black community. He didn't do shit for his own community. The fuckers from Chicago. And Chicago got more violent during his presidency. His home city, where he's supposed to be from and all this other bullshit, Chicago, where he was what? A fucking congressman of... and he didn't do shit. He didn't do shit for his own city.
Acted out of a racist malice. You won't be able to find it. And I know some people will find some people in his organizations who said that there wasn't. No, you'll never find it from Donald Trump. He gave Arsenio Hall the award for Celebrity Apprentice, and he really didn't deserve it. If Donald Trump disdains something, he is not. We have, or at least I should say this: we have not seen inability from him, any capacity whatsoever, to fake it. He can vote the details, he can exaggerate in a way that's self-serving, but he cannot hide the truth. And in this case, I guess it would be appropriate. He cannot hide his truth. People use it all the time. I bet you even if someone said that to Donald Trump, people go, yes, I like that. I like that. Your truth. My truth is boring. My truth is you suck. My truth is, okay, you're that.
Let me run for president. Y'all, seriously, if y'all don't like Donald Trump, let me run for president. I'm going to be straight up. I'm not going to hide shit. I'm not going to fake shit. I'm going to tell you what's real. I'm going to tell you what's what, and I'm going to call you out. I'm going to be the least PC fucking. He's not PC. I would be the least PC president out there. And I've had people, well, Mark, they would try to assassinate you. Well, considering I'd be armed too, go ahead and I'll hire my friends as security. Other veterans and everything else, other people trained and also willing to just, hey, Secret Service are going to shoot you and everything else. But my friends know they will shoot you. And I will shoot you. So y'all think he's like not PC? I'd be way less PC. Fuck that shit. I'm going to support my police officers as long as they're doing their job the correct way. As I said, follow that channel, Audit the Audit. Great channel. It's about those officers who don't know the law, the officers who screw up, the ones who should be fired, retired, all of that stuff. But I would support my military. I would support my veterans. I will take care of my teachers. I will take care of education. I will take care of the things that should be. I would take care of art programs. I'm an artist. I'm, published. I have my poetry published. I am a storyteller. So I'm definitely going to support music. I own a karaoke DJ company. I would support music. I'm going to support the arts, but I am not going to support bullshit. I'm not going to play politician games. Let me run for president. Yeah, I guarantee you they would be trying to kill me off. I guarantee it. And I'd be daring them. I'd be like, motherfuckers, you would end up turning me into a martyr because I'm not playing your fucking game. I'm not going to do what y'all want me to do. I'm going to do what's going to be best for this country. As I said, y'all don't like Donald Trump. Let me run for president. Well, what's your experience? Well, let me think. I'm going to hire the people who have the experience. I'm going to hire for education. I'm going to hire my friends who I've been hearing complain for 2 decades now about how bad the education system is and what needs to be fixed. And these are some of the top educators I have ever met. I would hire them. Well, military. Well, I was military. Plus I got friends who have been down in the trenches in the military. I would hire them. I would hire people. I'm not supposed to know everything. That's why you have fucking advisors. I've never understood why nobody has ever said that to any of these dumbasses when they ask these questions. Well, are you going to have experience in foreign policy? My foreign policy is we are going to help our allies, we are going to help our friends, and we are not going to help people who don't like us. There's your foreign policy right there. I'm not going to give aid to a country that can't stand us. I'm not going to give aid to people who deaf to America. I'm not going to give aid to those people. I will say, you fuck with us, we're going to fuck you up. That's the kind of president I would be. I'm not going to be candy coating shit. I'm going to be sitting there going, with my chest out. Come at me, bro. Y'all didn't like Donald Trump. Y'all definitely won't like me. You fuck with America, and we're going to fuck you up. That's the kind of president I would be. As I said, I'm going to take care of our people, take care of our cops, make sure that they get the training that they're supposed to get so we don't have as many of these problems. I will force retirement from old officers who are from the old school who just they're stuck in their old ways where you could just, I got a badge, I could do whatever I want. I would get rid of those. I would be literally a president that is working my way down. I'm going to be straight up, as I said, Kim Jong or whoever, if I were president, I'd be like, did he just threaten us? I'd be grabbing my phone and be on Facebook going, yo, Kim, hey, shut the fuck up before I send a missile over there up your ass. And that's it. I'm not going to be, that wasn't very diplomatic. Fuck the was he diplomatic in what he said? Was he we're America. We need to be better. And do y'all not even realize that's the reason why these countries hate us? They hate us because of that quiet arrogance that you're talking about. Well, you're being arrogant. No, I'm not being arrogant. I'm literally just saying, nope, don't know who you are. It's like, I'm just saying, seriously, if you're going to be evil, you're going to invade another country, you're going to attack another country, you're going to be evil, we're going to do something about it. That's it. We're not invading. We're not doing any of that mess. We're just going to go in. We're going to whip some ass. We're going to try and help the people that need to be helped, and we're going to bring our people home. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to keep our soldiers away from, when you guys leave, they're going to start bombing stuff again. Do you not know that there's news and cameras and shit everywhere? They started, we don't need to leave long to transport troops. It really doesn't take that long. Air travel is pretty fast now, So we don't leave them in country. We can just bring them back. They start fucking up again. And even we have Predator drones. We have cruise missiles. We don't need to send in troops. We could just blow shit up and people can be home that evening. We don't need to be having boots on the ground a lot of the time anymore. Just blow the shit up and just, all right, I'm going to be back home for dinner. That's all there is to it. Why? The reason why stuff is taking so long when it deals with foreign policy and our enemies and all this stuff is because of the politicians. The politicians are the ones screwing it all up because they're too busy trying to be PC instead of just doing the damn job. What if you order a burger? Are you going to expect the person that is taking your order? Or are you sure you want the pickles? How do you want the pickles cut? Do you want the pickles thicker? Do you want them thinner? How much ketchup do you want? Do you want this much ketchup? They're all of a sudden turning it into like this drawn out. Do you want the bun toasted? How dark do you want it toasted? Do you want it lightly toasted? Do you want it? Then you got the person that's making it. Do I have to cook it? Just do what you're supposed to do. Just do. My whole point, get in, get out. Stop. Politicians drag shit out for no fucking reason. We have all this technology to do things, to just do the job, get it done, and just go about our business. That's why we have this technology, right? So why is it that politicians make things take so long for no reason? Seriously, I would definitely run for president. Let me run for president. Support me. I will definitely be glad to run for president. I've had people say this jokingly. I've had people say this seriously to me. And I'm like, yeah, no, they wouldn't like me to be president. You know what? I don't even care anymore. Let me run for president. Well, people won't like you. People don't like me now. I don't give a shit. I care about the country. I want the country to be taken care of. I want our people to be taken care of. Illegals, get the fuck out, come over the right way. It's not our fault that the country you're coming from is a piece of shit. That's not our fault. It's not our fault that your own countrymen are fucking shit up. It's not our fault that your own countrymen are exploiting you, killing you, raping you. It's not our fault. One minute they don't want America to be the police of the world, and then the next minute these stupid Democrats do. As I said, we need a president that would be like me. Donald Trump's doing a great job, but we need somebody even worse, better. We need me. We need somebody better than him even now. Somebody that's going to say, no, we're done. We're done. Fuck y'all. New York Times, I'm going to send the fucking Secret Service in there and we're arresting you. We're going to hold the media to telling the truth. We're going to hold media from posting, because what was it? Some New York Supreme Court that said that the news no longer had to actually tell the truth and everything. No. You guys are the ones getting the information out there to the American people. Facebook, YouTube, all of that. We need a president that's going to be like, that's it. We are done. It's funny how when media and social media want to say and throw out the First Amendment, throw out the First Amendment, throw out the First Amendment, at the same time telling us that we don't get to have our First Amendment rights by banning us, by blocking us, by deleting our content. It's funny how YouTube and Facebook and all of them, they get to claim the First Amendment, but we don't. Bunch of hypocrisy. Again, let me run for president. I'd be arresting people like fucking crazy. And Mark, that'd be a dictatorship. No, it'd be a dictatorship to those of you that it would affect. Meaning, it's not going to affect regular citizens that just want to be here and enjoy and are American and just want to have their hot dogs and apple pie and have a good, be an American. No, it's going to affect people that do what Mark Zuckerberg does, which he is an evil piece of shit. That's who it would affect. And I could give a damn less. He gets to take away people's rights. He gets to take away people's voices. Yet he gets to throw out his First Amendment rights. Fuck that piece of shit. Anyway, this video went on much longer than I really wanted it to, but I am very passionate about a lot of stuff. I'm very passionate when it comes to unfairness. I'm very passionate when it comes to hypocrisy. And the Democrats are the biggest hypocrites I have ever known in my entire life. They flip-flop, they lie, they are corrupt as shit. You can't hide their corruption. Look at the damn impeachment hearing. Shows their level of corruption. But y'all worry about Donald Trump because he is an asshole? So what?